guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got another order to unbox this week. We got fish, we have saltwater, and let's see, a couple pond fish maybe, some cold water fish. We got some fun stuff. Let's jump in and see what we got. First thing out of the box is a discus. This is a pigeon snakeskin discus. Got a couple of them last week that flew out of here, so we got some more. Let's see, glass cats. These are the Asian glass cat. A couple different types. There is actually a glass cat from Africa that has a black line in it, but these are the standard Asians. There's another catfish. This is a pygmy driftwood cat. Excellus, if you were looking for the scientific name. Lots of different driftwood cats or oil cats, but those are the pygmy driftwoods. Here are some rainbows. These are the Warnerize, or the threadfin rainbows. Got a nice group on those guys now. And coming in really big and really beautiful. Cupid cichlid, kind of an unusual little guy. It's a Biotodoma, which is a dwarf cichlid type. Fairly easy going and kind of colorful. So they're a cute little guy. Kind of a good choice for something like keyhole cichlids or something like that. Here are some really cool bettas. My goodness. That's a Galaxy Koi male. That's a Galaxy Koi male. Got a couple of those guys. I think we got an alien on this order too. Here is peacock green black, half moon candy, and that's a peacock alien copper. Does it look like an alien? Doesn't look quite as alien-like as some, but it's got the nice good dragon scale look to it. Next up is some royal blue female dwarf grammies. I actually meant to order the males, but we got the females, and why not? They're pretty cool. We got to double up on those though. Here's something we don't get but about the second and never. These are sailfin tetras, and as it turned out, somebody was asking me about these just a couple weeks ago. And I said, well, we get them when we see them, but they just never come through, and then they came through, so there you go. Got half a dozen of those guys. They're an interesting tetra in that they act a whole lot more like a little cichlid. So they're super cool, unusual tetra for this week's order. Got a couple of really unusual things on this order. Let's see, I'll point out the next one when it comes around. Here we have more bettas. These are the half moon candy females. Been keeping those in stock because they are super beautiful and popular. Here's another discus. This is a red melon. Nice big 3-inch red melon discus. And another one, just like it. I think I got one other type of discus coming this week too. Here's a nice size Lima shovel nose. Good size on that. Much bigger than the last couple batches we've gotten in, which were kind of on the skinny side. Some pencil fish. These are 3-line pencil fish. Nice batch of those. Remember, your pencils like to be in a pretty good sized group to be successful. Here are some South American puffers. South American puffers tend to be a bit on the seasonal side. These came in huge, about twice as big as the last couple batches. Looking really good. Here are some Autocinculus, your common auto, very great for brown algae in your planted tank. Here is green severums. I haven't had these in a while. Green severum is kind of your common severum, if you will. Green or turquoise are very beautiful big fish when they get bigger. Now these are some checkerboard cichlids. It looks like some of them really didn't do well on this order, but in general, one of my favorite cichlids. Wow, these came in big, but really rough. That's too bad. Really too bad, because those are fantastic size on those. They're a real slow grower. I was having that conversation with somebody this week that the itty bitty ones would get in take months and even years to grow out to that size. Super cool dwarf cichlid. Let's see if we can save a couple of those guys. Let's see, next on the agenda we have more fish. We have Chili rasboras, your quintessential nano fish. Gotta have them. Got a couple different boraras or micro rasboras on this order. Also some more tetras. These are the Black Phantom tetras. Black Phantoms, of course, are part of the Tetra Special. Buy 4 or more, get 25% off for the simple pleasure of subscribing to this channel. Strawberry rasbora. I told you we had more boraras. I think I even have one more type. That's the micro rasboras. Neon dwarf rainbows. Wow, these are really pretty. I mean, they're a gorgeous fish anyway, but usually we get them in kind of uncolored. And those guys are big and colorful, but only like a couple cents more than we normally pay. So I'm really happy with those. Pygmy cories, gotta have cories, and these are some of the best. pygmy cories are one of the dwarf cories that only get to about an inch full size. Here are some other cool cories, and actually a smaller variety also, but not as small as the pygmies. This is a panda cory. And then we have, oh, can't see a darn thing. That's because they're glass tetras. Glass tetra, but this is the dwarf glass tetra. Noctivaga. Anyway, this is fairly new to the industry fish. Did a little research on it. Really cool little nano fish. That was another one of those. Ooh, who knew we could get such cool things at Big River? And that's right, everybody knew, because that's what we're known for, is cool things. Here are bronze cories. Gotta have them. Those are great bottom cory. And a black ghost knife, one of the favorite oddballs that we have here. One fish, do get 14 inches, appropriate for larger community tanks. And one more discus. This is, let's see, pigeon snakeskin, yellow discus. So very nice. That, gotta love big, beautiful discus. One more bag full of tropicals. We should have some shrimp on this order too. And I got a special order of some feeders. We got fun stuff happening. Let's see what we got. Next up is more discus. This is leopard snakeskin. So we had the pigeon yellow snakeskins and we have leopard snakeskins this week. More pencils. These are dwarf pencil fish. Very pretty guy. Again, pencils do great in a big group, otherwise they tend to get kind of nippy. Exclamation point rasbora, those are the Broras. Again, micro divario or micro rasbora. Super cool nano fish. Let's see, here are some green tiger barbs that were supposed to be large green tiger barbs, and they're, again, 2 weeks in a row. Very underwhelming on the large green tiger barbs. These aren't underwhelming though. These are the clown loaches, super nice large clown loaches, 3-inch guys. We were hoping to get those last week, but they missed them on the order, so they got them this week. Here's another one of those big leopard discus. Nice. And we're back with a little technical difficulty. We'll blame it on the smoke, though it's actually starting to clear finally. Next out of the box are Norman's lamp-eyed killifish. Super interesting little killie, it's a poro panchex. Norman's killies are fairly easy to keep and actually surprisingly inexpensive and pretty. These are hillstream loach. These are the red lizard hillstream loaches. One of many types of hillstream loach. I was going to say one of my favorites, but you all know all of them are all of my favorites. So, okay, fine. It's one of my favorite hillstream loaches. There, I said it. And I'm not sorry. I do like hillstream loaches in general, and why not? Super interesting group all together. Those are one of the ones that look more like the other type of loaches, your botilla type, rather than looking like a sucker. Here are a whole bunch of feeder comets. We ordered in a special order for somebody this week. Every year they like to stock the pond, apparently late this year, with a group of feeder comets. So there's that. Next we have probably the same thing again. By golly, it is. And the last box on this order is some plants. They look pretty good. There's I should be saying Alamos fires. I didn't do them in a pot. They used to do them in a pot and they'd be all root bound. But those are pretty good looking St. Elmo's fire pot sword plants. Got the bright red on the bottom. See, we get those cleaned up. Just how nice they look. Super fun plants. Here are some shrimp. These are ghost shrimp. About 100 ghost shrimp for this week's order. And we have, looks like Bloody Marys. Very nice. Restock on Bloody Mary shrimp. Let's see. Which ones are Bloody Marys and which ones are super red? Gee, I'll have to look at them close. I'm pretty sure those are the Bloody Marys though. And then here are some red crystals. We've been out for a day or two on red crystal shrimp, so a whole batch of those guys in. And more shrimp. I told you, lots of shrimp. These look like, oh, itty bitty monos. That's what those are. Some mono shrimp. Gotta have them. And last. Nope, it's not last. Got a couple more going here. And this is, what are you? Oh, dwarf chain loaches. Some little ones, some bigger ones. Gotta love dwarf chain loaches, some of the best pound for pound snail patrol in the industry. And here's another little bag. Ordered a dozen frogs, I got one. So we have one albino dwarf frog this week, and a little bag of feeder guppies. Running into increase in price on feeder guppies. We'll see if that's a moment or if we're going to actually change the price structure on them right now. Everybody's struggling to keep feeder guppies in. We'll keep you tuned on that. And other than that, that's it for those orders. And we're back. Got a little order of fish here. Got some goldfish. Got some a little bit of saltwater. Looks like they back ordered most of my saltwater off this order. Quite a few things. And let's see some crabs. Right off the top we have little vampire crabs. Looks like they got a little deflated in transit. That one's good. That one doesn't look so good. Two of them made the trip, so there we go. Vampire crabs. Next up we have some gold barbs. These are metallic gold barbs, which I expect that means they're nice and shiny for us. That's pretty fantastic. Looks like a yellow chorus wrasse. He's swimming plenty? Yeah, he's just doing the wrasse thing. I think he's all right. Next is long tentacle anemone. A little different than the ones we've had in the past, but nice looking. Here comes some astria snails. Nice algae patrol for your saltwater tank. Next up is metallic half-beaks. Haven't had these in a little while. These guys are great little top water semi-nano fish. They're kind of aggressive, so they'll probably eat small shrimp, but they don't get particularly big. Good jumpers though. All right, who's hiding out in here? These are Synodontis euteris, or African lace cats. Those are big fish. They get up to 8-10 inches, but pretty easy going for all that. Here's Buenos Aires tetras, part of our tetra special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Buenos Aires get quite large. Here's another one of those sponge balls. Not quite as big as the last one we had, but very nice looking. Anyway, the sponges are always so bright colored. Next is Celebius half-beaks. It looks like they took it on the nose on this trip, so maybe we'll save 1 or 2 of those. Next up is a scooter blenny. Another saltwater fish for you. Got all our saltwater and freshwater mixed up in this particular order. Scooter blennies are fantastic little bottom fish. Here is a fun little dude. This is a saddle puffer. We had several of these, Valentini or saddleback or sharp nose. Nice little semi-reef safe puffer, very cute. Speaking of puffers, there's a brackish water puffer. This is a green spotted puffer. We're just one of those guys this time. Looks like he shipped in pretty good. We'll see how he does. Another saltwater fish. This is a pixie hawkfish, or spotted pixie, or spotted hawkfish. It's another fish that goes by the name spotted fish, very similar actually. Here is another saltwater fish. This is a dwarf lion. Had one in a couple weeks ago. Moved that guy out, so now we have another. Here comes a tang. Oh, very cool tang. This is a lieutenant tang. Gets a little bigger, about a 10-inch fish. Very beautiful. Got the shape of like a shoulder tang, but they're kind of in the grays, kind of lavender look. Very beautiful tang. Here's a very mad camel shrimp. Bigger than the last ones we got in. And mad apparently. So there's some camel shrimp for you. And in the bag we have a lunar wrasse. Beautiful. Nice fish. Lunar wrasse are very colorful. Got the pinks and blues and greens. Alright, just a couple more bags of fish here. We have in this bag knife fish. This is just your regular clown knife. It's got the stripes in it when they're babies like that, like the royal knives. But as they mature, like another half-inch, they'll also drop out. And we got a lobster. This is a vanilla or a snow white or all white lobster. And the last bag we have in this box, Mono argentus. These are a brackish water fish. I've seen them done actually in a saltwater setup. Very cool fish. A little on the sensitive side, kind of challenging, but if you get those going, they can get like that big. They're beautiful disc-shaped fish. I'm not a huge fan. This should be goldfish in here. We'll see what they look like. quite a bit in the goldfish realm on this particular order, so I'll see how we did. First thing is rubber bands, and they're the big ones that I can't use. Whoops. And next one is some lobsters, not goldfish. These are the $3 red or brown lobsters. Some people actually buy those for puffer food, but a lot of times we sell them for pets. Here's a dolphin marmorid. Dolphin marmorids get pretty good size. They can get almost like 20-24 inches. If you can get those guys going, that's a tank raised one. Super cool African fish. Here is some big goldfish. You say assorted fantails, large, nice colors, nice size. These look fantastic. Next is, these are orandas. They're red and black orandas. Look mostly like black ones. Maybe they'll red up a little bit. So I thought it was good. Yeah, I guess it was red and black. I thought it was red and white. So yeah. I was mistaken. Oh, and there we did get it. This was that special order koi that we ordered for somebody. This is big 12-inch butterfly koi. So there we go. That's it for this week's order.